study about the different methods for sowing. So what is sowing? As we know, the seeds will be put into the soil for the germination and further production. Now there are various type of methods used for sowing of different crops. For different crops, they take a different type of sowing, and we shall study about method of sowing in detail now. Method of sowing we can consider under two types: direct sowing and transplanting. Direct sowing means the seed will be directly sown into the main field. That is direct sowing. And transplanting, as we know, that is done in the rice. That means the seed will be grown in the nursery for some time, and then it will be transferred to the main field. That is transplanting. Under direct seed sowing, there are different types like broadcasting, drilling, dibbling, sowing behind the plow, and planting. So we have different types of methods used for different type of seed. So we shall start with the broadcasting, and we shall learn about the all other methods as well. Now, what is broadcasting? As we know, broadcasting is spreading. So under that, the first one is broadcasting. Broadcasting is simply uniforming the seeds in the field. What happens and what are the advantages and disadvantages of such type of methods? So broadcasting, as we know, that is the spreading of the seeds. Now there are, as I told you, there are advantages and also disadvantages. We shall know about those. And what are advantages of the broadcasting? If we go on spreading the seeds, that means labor requirement and time requirement will be very less. So time and labor will be saved, right? What else the advantage will be? No much advantages of the broadcasting methods, because there are more disadvantages when you compare the advantages of this method. Under disadvantages, like there will be uniformity of the seeds spread. Suppose I am spreading the seed, some seeds may be in much more number in one place and less number in some other place. Because of that, there will be uniformity in the germination and crop stand later. So that is one. And also the depth of the sowing or the depth of the germination will also be uniform, and also seed rate will be increased. Seed rate requirement will be high. Because of these disadvantages, nowadays in suppose this type of broadcasting we usually take up for summer crop or green manure crop, or sometimes it will be taken for the rice crop as well. Broadcasting, the seeds will be just simply spreaded, and then that will be transplanted into the main field. And nowadays, because of these disadvantages, farmers go for other line sowing methods like drilling or dibbling or seed drill will be used. So the next method is drilling. Drilling that comes under line sowing. Here, unlike broadcasting, the seeds will be sown in a particular line, respective line, and there will be a particular spacing in between the plants. So that is under line sowing. Drilling, nowadays with the help of tractors, farmers are using seed drills which will be attached with the tractor, and then the sowing will be taken place. So drilling is one important method that is being used nowadays. And the seed can be sown at the depth of 3 to 5 centimeter. Earlier, what they used to do was they used to drill with some wooden implements as well. And the next method is dibbling. Dibbling is also a line sowing, but what happens is, in dibbling in earlier days, what they used was a a wooden implement that was just like a mehendi cone we can take. The seed will be dropped from the top and that will be sown inside the soil. So the seed will drop down to the soil and that will be sown. But for this type of method, the labor requirement is very huge and it is time consuming. That is why this is overdated. Now this method is not usually being used by the farmers. And the next method is sowing behind the plow. As we have seen, sowing behind the plow. As we have seen, if you had seen in villages, like one person will be plowing or making the lines and one person will be sowing the seeds from the behind. So that is a type of method, that is sowing behind the plow. And under sowing behind the plow there are two types again, kera and pora. Kera means they will be the person will be putting the seeds manually, whereas in pora method what they do is they use a wooden implement that will be attached behind the plow and then the seeds will be dropped and then the sowing will be taken place. So sowing behind the plow. And the next method is planting. Planting means we use different vegetative parts, like in potato we use tubers for sowing or bringing up the crop, and in the sugar cane we use the sets, right? So these are some plant parts when we usually call it as planting, like a tuber or sugar cane, and some other crops also we take up different vegetative parts and then we go for the sowing. That is under planting. And so these are the methods, few methods of the direct sowing of the seed. And next one, as we had discussed, transplanting. Transplanting means growing a crop, a seed in a particular area for some time and then transferring to the another place, that we call it as a transplanting. As in rice, we know that the seeds will be sown in nursery for 20 to 30 days and then the seedlings will be taken to the main field for transplanting. So that is transplanting. But what happens in nursery means in the nursery all the care will be taken properly, like nourishment, water, nutrients will all be supplied. Under them, if some seedlings are not really good, we can leave them and we can take the healthy plants for transplanting. But while transplanting, there is one term called transplanting shock. Transplant shock. So when the seedlings are being plucked out from the soil in the nursery, the roots will be broken down. Because of that, the plant suffers from a sickness, like that is called as transplanting shock. So it has to be transplanted to some other new place, and to acquaint with the new place, and because to modify or improve its growth, there will be some space or some days there will be the crop looks very sick after transplanting for 4 or 5 days. Again after 4 or 5 days the plant will grow healthily and it can produce more roots on the secondary roots, and it can uphold the disease or any other abiotic stresses. So that comes under transplanting. I hope the methods are clear. And for seeds, the depth of the sowing. So that is one important character or point we have to remember. Depth of sowing. How do we decide the depth of the sowing? A basic rule is that, suppose this is a seed, just a rough seed. The depth of the sowing is 3 to 4 times the diameter of the particular seed, right? So this is diameter. Suppose you take it as 1 centimeter, the diameter is 1 centimeter. As rule says, the depth of sowing is decided by the diameter of the seed, and depth of sowing is 3 to 4 times the diameter of the seed. Like if it is 1 centimeter, 3 to 4 times of diameter of the seed is 4 centimeter. So the seed should be sown at 4 to 5 centimeter depth. So depending on the diameter of the seed, depth of the sowing will be decided. As we see small seeds like tobacco, medium seeds like sorghum, and bigger seeds like maize, right? So depending on the size of the seed, we decide the depth of sowing. If the seed is very small, then the depth of sowing is taken as 1 centimeter, means 1 centimeter of the surface of the soil. If we sow such kind of seeds very deep in the soil, it is very difficult for the seed to come out of the surface of the soil, and the seed or the seedling may die inside the surface of the soil. And for medium sized seeds, it is 2 to 3 centimeter. Like you can take it for sesamum or linseed or sorghum. So for medium size of the seed, the depth of the sowing is 2 to 3 centimeter. And for the coarse seeds like maize, the depth of the sowing will be 5 to 6 centimeter. So this is all about the depth of the sowing. And next one is time of sowing. Time of sowing. So when do we sow the seed? We know the seeds are good and we have tested the quality and we know the depth of the sowing. But when do we sow the particular seeds? The simple answer is, if it is a kharif crop, then we will go for the kharif in the sowing in the kharif season. If it is a rabi crop, sowing in the rabi season. But what is the number of days which can be allowed for extension of the sowing? So if it is a kharif crop, then we can take up the sowing from the May end or June first fortnight till July first fortnight, right? So this is the general time of sowing taken for the kharif crop. And for rabi crop, it can start from October end to November end. And for summer crop, the first fortnight of the January. Summer crop, first fortnight of January. So this is the basic calculation of the date used for taking up of the sowing of the crop. And this may vary according to the crop. If it is late sown, it may extend more than what we have studied here. But as a theoretical part, these are some basic time we take up for the sowing of the seed. I hope these characters are clear to you. And next is types of sowing. There are two types of sowing, like dry sowing and wet sowing. As this name suggests that dry sowing means sowing the seed without water. Wet sowing means with water. So how it is taken place is, the seeds will be sown 7 to 10 days before the expected rainfall, and when we get the rainfall, the seeds will come out of the surface of the soil and then they can grow flourishly. So this is dry sowing. Dry sowing, the seeds will be sown first and then water will be given. This is mainly followed in vertisols. Vertisols, this order has black cotton soils, and the capacity to hold water of these such soils is very high. Because of that condition, the residual moisture of the soil is used for sowing of the seed. And next is wet sowing. Wet sowing, as it is when we give the irrigation or when rainfall comes, and then we will go for the sowing. So this is wet sowing. This can be this is majorly followed, but dry sowing is majorly taken place in taken up in word list also. And one important point as the examination view is the amount of rainfall to take up sowing is 20 mm. If we have 20 mm of water or moisture in the soil, then we can take up the sowing. And in this chapter there is a topic like dormancy and how to break the dormancy. But these topics we can cover it under the weed management. So I will stop it here, and under weed management we can discuss in a broader view. And if we have any doubts later, then we can talk about dormancy and its types. So this is all about the seeds and sowing chapter. If you have any doubts, please let me know.